Daniel, a 1-1 draw with Wolfsburg. It was very competitive for a friendly as well. Were you pleased with the way the game was played?
Yes, absolutely. So I think a brilliant result for us against a German giant, and yeah, we're there with a really good performance in the first half. We wanted either to press them really, really high or to drop deep, and then to be there with some counter-attacks, and I think our idea totally worked. So I think we were totally on the front foot, had many periods where we were able to control the possession, but also and were able to create situations out of it, but also we were pretty dangerous out of counter-attacks as well, and I think we deserved to be in lead at half-time. And yeah, it's quite normal. Wolfsburg then changed, brought a new team in, and for us it was important that many teammates get more than just 45 minutes, and they were a bit tired, and after that the pressure from Wolfsburg increased a bit, but I even got the feeling even in the second half, so we were pretty close to be there with a determining goal. And I think Tom Schwabel had a scene where he was pretty close to a penalty, and then yeah, we conceded, I think, 5 minutes to go out of a set-piece situation, a goal where it was quite obviously that there was a foul before. So normally we would speak about a win today and a clean sheet. So in general, I just can praise the lads for this performance. I'm pretty pleased today.
Have you seen the sort of progress in terms of the way the team's playing that you wanted to during this trip?
To be honest, it's not a consistency progress during pre-season, because sometimes you are a bit more tired and sometimes you feel a bit more recreated. But in general, we wanted to work especially on our defense behavior in the last days, and I think we were outstanding against this side. So I can't remember one chance for Wolfsburg out of the game, and yeah, put the situation away where it was 100% a foul. So we defended also all the set pieces pretty good, and yeah, I was pretty pleased, especially with this behavior.
One bit of transfer news today: Yannick Vilskut has gone out on loan again for the season. Just talk us through that one, because he was involved a little bit in pre-season at the start, wasn't he? But was it always the idea to send him out again?
Yeah, we had this a bit in our head. That's true. So we had him on loan in Cardiff in the last 6 months, and it doesn't work so much out for him. And yeah, we got the feeling, okay, we brought many offensive players in, and we want to keep the group a bit smaller and not too big. And yeah, we thought that there wouldn't be so many chances for Yannick to be involved. And to be honest, I'm also a bit sad, because he's probably one of the nicest lads I ever worked with, because he's such a nice guy and always there in a good mood, and he also offers a lot with his pace, and sometimes he can create something with his sometimes crazy dribblings anyhow. So we all wish him really all the best, and that he is there with a pretty successful time at Bolton. And but we all got the feeling it's the right decision.
Yeah, I appreciate you want to keep a smaller squad, but does it open up the possibility of bringing somebody else in now?
Yes, of course, it opens up a bit more. We spoke about that. We're not 100% done, and we are always looking for perhaps 1 or 2 additions to the squad. But it was not the topic that at first we had to send Yannick on loan or whatever. So it's more like, okay, the group is right now a bit smaller, which would help to introduce perhaps 1 or 2 new lads. But we will see how it develops. So I got the feeling. So in general, we. Much of our business is done, and that's a pretty good situation, and there's no pressure for us to force anything. But when there's a good opportunity to add some quality, yeah, we'll try to do this.
Just a word on players like Grant Hanley, who haven't played yet in pre-season because of injury. We are now only 2 weeks from the start of the season. So, how long is it before we can start saying, these players are not going to be fit for the first match of the season?
I think it differs a little bit. I think for Grant, it's not a big problem, because he knows the league, and he's an experienced player. It's perhaps a bit more difficult for a younger player who's new, like Emi Buendia, because for him it would be important to be involved during pre-season. So he will train together with us on tomorrow. So I still have some hope for him that he perhaps is able to play on next Wednesday. Grant and all the others, also Jamal, will train with us during the next week, and I'm pretty confident that we have them all together then for the first game day. So I'm pretty sure that it will be. We just have to decide then if he's then fit enough, and if the few days are enough to be involved or not. But in general, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I know that you put a lot of store by pre-season, getting everybody fit. So anybody who misses some of that, they are going to be at a disadvantage, aren't they, in terms of fitness?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we could just meet 1 week before the real stuff starts, and we could have even a bigger break. No, it's important to have this time during pre-season to have a good basement situation. So for that, it's tricky right now how to integrate the lads who are right now fit, like Amy or Grant pretty soon, and Jamal into our team training, because in the next 2 weeks we'll calm everything a bit down so that they are fresh enough and recreate enough for Birmingham. So I think it's also important for them to build them up a bit so that they have a good basement situation for the whole season, and perhaps then to do without them the first 1 or 2 game days. So, but in general they have a good a bit later pre-season. But yeah, also when you have a guy like Grant Henry, who's pretty important for us, so you're also tempted to have him as soon as possible back on the pitch. And yeah, we'll try to decide in a pretty individual way, and not in general for all the lads together. And yeah, it's a bit tricky, but that's what you have to do in professional football.